Pulsechain network. There's projects that let you borrow coins. There's projects that let you, there's stable coins on Pulsechain. There's all types of stuff people have launched on Pulsechain. Guys, the network is good. Works great. Oh, and the bridge is free too. Somebody set the bridge to 0 fee so that using the bridge has no fee, both directions. So if you go to bridge.pulsechain.com, there's no fees currently. In, out, either way, no fees. Now you're going to pay a fee on the Ethereum network. Nothing you can do about that. That's Ethereum's side, right? So you got a great network and you got a ton of free coins. And it's been worked flawlessly for 7 months. Go make it great, guys. Launch stuff on it, use it, build fiat on-ramps, make a money transmitter in your state, make a licensed money transmitter in your state, and you can, make the community better. Like,
hey everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto and Pulsechain YouTube. Over 10,500 subscribers. A big shout out and congratulations to all of you that stuck in during the bear market. Man, there were some gruesome moments and I saw some gruesome comments, but it is a green galore today. Bitcoin ETFs approved on the money. 90% chance comes into 100%, and so that's super bullish. Pulsechain mega pumps out of the gate. Richard Hart goes on the battle against the SEC right down to the constitutional level. It's going to be fun to see that play out this year. That is a pushback, a major pushback. And of course, the SEC has lost several cases already. So this is really, really good. Now we see the markets pumping as well. The sacrifice wallets, the Godwell, everything is on the play, and it's only the beginning. And you heard Richard say in that video, it's early. It's just beginning. So very cool to see what's in store for 24, 25. It's going to be fun, folks. And you guys hanged around. Congratulations to all of you. Congratulations. We got Joe Torres in the house there. What's up? What's up? I was a little bit late today. Sorry about that. I went on my walk a bit late, and so I got back late, and then everything setting up is late. Everything sort of gets late. So I apologize for that. Brian's in the house there. What's up, folks? Our community leader, absolutely crushing it in our Discord and on the YouTube. So a big appreciation to Brian, our community. He's a big educator in our community, a big onboarder in our community for Pulsechain and Hex. So a big shout out to Brian, doing an amazing job. Brian says, perfect timing. I slept in late today too. I didn't sleep in. No, I didn't sleep in. I just left my walk very late, unfortunately. And when I got back, it was a lot later than I thought. So there we go. Discord was worried about your boss sleeping, says Brennan. No, not a sleeping, actually. I got up at a normal time, but yeah, just left my walk late there. Adam Chadwick in the house there. Woohoo! Hey, good to see Adam. Welcome to the chat there. And a big special thanks to MT Coiner, man. 16 months as a Hex Token channel member. That's one of the longest members for sure. And a big shout out to MT Coiner. I do appreciate that a big time. And thanks for your support. And I hope you guys are enjoying the pump there. We got Check My Pulse as well. Woo! Let's go, Hexico. Absolutely. Check My Pulse, another Hex Token channel member. Ashley's in the house there. Woo! Howdy all. Good to see you. Everyone's pretty excited. I'm excited. Really is cool to see. RH has elite team of lawyers to kick the SEC butt. Yeah, I posted that video yesterday. 11 lawyers, Richard Hart, and they're all high powered. A lot of Harvard alumni and this and that, but they've got the experience and they've got the big law firms, and there's a whole ton of them. That's what you need to go up against the SEC. You need a powerhouse, and Richard let it be known that he's not mucking around, and also that he's going to go much broader in the challenge to the case. I always found having some experience across different elements, I did find that the case against him was very poorly written. Looked like it was written by a lot of junior lawyers. It was pretty sad to read. And I guess if you've got a seasoned bunch of lawyers who also know the SEC upside down and the rest of it, you should be able to pull that apart pretty nicely. And we read through that yesterday. If you haven't checked it out, I did post it on the channel. What else we got there? Can we get a woohoo? Super. Very excited. Very excited, Brent. Very excited. We got the Ivor in the house as well. Yo. Good to see Ivor. Eddie Hadvina. Yep. Woohoo. RH has the elite team, and we read that out. That is super bullish. Check My Pulse says even Ran Noonan said narrative has changed to ETH and RH ecosystem. Really? Wow. RH ecosystem on that too? Fantastic. That is so bullish. Harry Williams in the house there. Yo. Yeah, so we have Ivan on tech. We had Wendy Cryptio, whatever I think her name is. Wendy-O. Sorry, Wendy-O, mispronunciation. We also had, Rand Noonan, some of the biggest top 30 YouTubers covering it in crypto. So that's fantastic. More will follow, of course. Richard the Lionheart. I like that one, Adam. Richard the Lionheart. Very, very cool. All right. Hope you enjoyed that little edit from Richard Hart's Christmas video, because I just cut that stuff out. I thought it was kind of upbeat. Let's get into it, folks. Let's get into the news. And bam, there we go. Do you like green? I like green. Let's go full screen green. How about that? Green, green, green. Is that full screen? It's not quite fully screen, but it's pretty green. Is that green? I don't know. Can you still hear me? I'm not sure. But that is pretty green. And let us get into it. We got Bitcoin at the moment, 46,654, holding up well. And that's up 1.1%, 50.5% dominance. So that's fallen from 52%. And that's still holding very strong. Ethereum has moved into altcoin season territory. It has smashed up there 10.51%. We finally got the move for Ethereum. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. $2,591 at the moment. Looking like a boss. What does that mean? That also means the second layers will also benefit. Optimism and Atrium there. And of course, Pulsechain will benefit as well. The other thing is that Ethereum's got their proto-dank sharding testing this month. And of course, potentially rolling up those upgrades to end up at the end of the mile with full dank sharding. The other thing, which will be quite some time off, but they've also got the Ethereum ETFs in May. So if Bitcoin ETFs flood a lot of money through into crypto, then Ethereum ETFs have a better chance of being successful and lifting the market again in May. So kind of cool. We got the perfect lineup this year, honestly. There's only two challenges, as I say. The stock market, that's why we cover it on this channel, because that is where a lot of the wealth is and a lot of the transfer of wealth will be. And of course, we want to see that at least stay level, right? It doesn't have to go down, go up, but at least stay confident. Just moving sideways will be fine. And then, of course, we got the Taiwan Chinese event. Will that happen this year? We will see. I've got that on the next chart. So let's get into it, folks, a bit more. We've got BNB up 1%, Solana up 3%. We've got XRP up 6%. ADA there is up 10% there. What else we got going there? Optimism, like I said, up 9%, $3.95. What else is looking pretty hot here? Matic from Polygon is up 11.5% there, so doing some pretty well. Then what else there? We got some really big ones. The Arbitrum, the second layer, is up 22%. Now, obviously, Arbitrum and Optimism are going to benefit directly from Ethereum upgrades. So that's kind of the benefit there. That's why those, if you want to have something in your mix to leverage play on Ethereum, there's a lot of leverage plays on Ethereum, of course, basically a lot of the altcoins, not all the altcoins, but quite a few altcoins, but particularly the main chains, the second layer chains on top of Ethereum. They're the kind of the ones that you might want to hunt down. They'll have a relativity play most likely against Ethereum. And you can see that as it may play out on different days over a longer period of time. So let's jump over to Bitcoin. What a range we have had. Let's go to the this is the hourly right now. So we had the hourly. We've been as high as 47,732. We've been as low as 46,413. We're currently at 46,559. Just on the bottom range of that. That is the place on the hourly at the moment. Let's go to the daily and have a look at that. The day. Let's have a look. Bam. And that is the daily. Look at that. We hit the Bitcoin window. We did it, folks. I just love it. So good. We have been riding this 20 EMA yellow line here, a moving average here very well, and it's looking good. So far, we obviously had that fake out with the fake news the other day about the ETF approval, and the market seems to have held up better this time. So that's kind of where we are at the moment. Obviously, moving ahead, let's look at the macro picture. We've got the Bitcoin halving in April. Maybe 15th to 17th of April, somewhere in there. That's a super bullish. It's going to be even more bullish than the previous one because the block halving is getting down to 3.25 BTC per block. So that's going to be pretty powerful and on the back of all the money coming in. So think of BTC halving as a supply shock and the Bitcoin ETF as a demand shock. And so you got the holy grail, right? Demand, less supply coming out, more demand, and of course, a lot more players there have to share the existing supply and the additional inflation of Bitcoin, which will be much lower, right? So that's really, really exciting to see. Now, obviously, Ethereum there also in May, potentially in May sometime, the Ethereum ETF. Remember, there's about 12, 13 Bitcoin ETFs. There's about 7 Ethereum ETFs at the moment. There may be more by the time we get there. Now, the only negative, as I say, is obviously we keep a watch out on the stock market, which we do on this channel. And, of course, the China-Taiwan invasion, that would be a disaster for the world, but that is definitely on the table. We have to consider that. That's the only real big negative other than the stock market. And that is the window potentially this year for that invasion would be between the 30th of April and the 27th of June. It seems funny talking about a geopolitical risk, but this is quite a serious one we can't ignore. And as you guys know, I don't like to ignore things. Put my head under the pillow. That's not happening. Okay. Oh, my head's under the pillow. Oh, we're at war. You know, that's not happening, right? So this is probably the only event. And the window, of course, is in spring. That's the best time for the best weather between the China and Taiwanese Strait there. And, of course, that is something we'll be looking out for there as well. So, obviously, we don't want it to happen because it's, so you're talking about World War II type of stuff. We don't want that to happen, but that is a potential risk on the table. Moving forward, of course, we've got the US election towards the end of the year in October, November. So that is a big deal. And hopefully we get the right outcome for that because that will bring a world peace and prosperity if we get the right outcome there, obviously with Donald Trump winning over Biden. Who's wrecking the world and the United States. So hopefully that turns out to be pretty good. All right, so that is Bitcoin. Let's get into Richard Hart. Talked about this. Richard Hart here posted this out earlier. The Bitcoin ETF has been approved. The SEC had released this PDF before close of trading today, then deleted it. Someone saved it before they did. And Richard posted this about the approval. And kind of cool. So it's got a cool list there of a lot of the exchanges in there. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust and all sorts of stuff like that. And it's got a big list there. You can check that out. I'm not going to read through that one, but that is on Richard's post there. He's had 104,000 views on that just in like an hour or two. Doing very well is old Richard there. The views are back and bad. The other one, of course, he put out 4 hours ago about how good Pulsechain is with the Pulsechain mega pump. And we're going to be talking about that too. Wow, look at all the green, said Richard 4 hours ago. And he's enabled comments again, right? So isn't that cool? People can now comment again since he's put his fight back in for the SEC. So bullish there from Richard and that leadership really showing. He is the founder, and it's cool to see it. Now, some of the news around the Bitcoin ETF, just briefly. SEC did not approve or endorse Bitcoin with the spot ETF, says Gary Gensler. Forever the what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the right name. I had it before in my mind, but lost it now. Gensler has warned that his agency still does not support Bitcoin despite having approved several spot Bitcoin ETFs. United States SEC Gary Gensler said, reiterated that his agency still doesn't endorse Bitcoin despite approving 11 spot Bitcoin exchange trade funds on January the 10th. So there we go, folks. While we approved the listing and trading of certain spot Bitcoin ETF shares today, we did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. Gensler wrote on January the 10th statement just an hour after the historic approvals came through. Gensler reiterated his agency's stance towards the cryptocurrency, contrasting Bitcoin's speculative nature with the utility of precious metals such as gold, silver, and platinum. And of course, we've seen the BlackRock CEO talk about that as well. So we played a video on that many times. He added that the regulator remained merit neutral and does not take a particular view on companies' investments or assets underlying an exchange-traded product. Despite this, Gensler made specific mention that Bitcoin was still used frequently to settle transactions in nefarious and illicit activities, while so is fiat currency, right? So the US dollar is used for that on a wide scale. There has, however, been mounting evidence to the contrary. So that's some of the bullish stuff there. Investors should remain cautious about the myriad risks associated with Bitcoin and products whose value is tied to crypto, says Gensler. Once again, Gensler repeated his agency's view that the vast majority of crypto assets are investment contracts and should fall under the regulatory jurisdiction of the SEC. Obviously, Richard is going to be challenging that regarding Pulsechain, Pulsex, and Hex. And it's a separate lawsuit against Binance and Coinbase. The regulator listed a total of 68 crypto assets that are deemed to be securities. On January 10th, the securities regulator approved the 19B4 application from ARK, 21 shares, Invesco, Galaxy, Vanite, Wisdom Tree, Fidelity, Valkyrie, BlackRock, Grayscale, Bitwise, Hashtag, and Franklin Templeton. And you can see there that is part of the act there. It is therefore ordered pursuant to Section 19B2 of the Exchange Act that the proposals of all these different applications are hereby approved on an accelerated basis by the Commission. The SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETF traded products. So bullish news there on the ETFs. We can't say enough about that. Ethereum, of course, is currently at 2,574. We're looking on the hourly chart for Ethereum. Just in the last hour, we got up to 2,644. Woo! Bring on altcoin season. Obviously, we're going to have waves of ups and downs, but that's moving up and to the right at the moment, and that's pretty bullish at the beginning of the bull market, right? Most people see this as the very beginning. And, of course, here we are at 2,579. Remember, we got up to, I think it was, 4,900, if I remember rightly. Let's bring up the daily here. Let's go to the daily. This is the daily here, riding that. Look at that power move there. Lots of volume coming in. This is on Coinbase, of course. Let's go back to back in time. And yeah, we got up to 4,966 or so back in November the 10th, 2021. So there we are, folks. That is it. And we are looking bullish. Look at that longer view there. Looking very, very cool indeed. Let's have a look at the weekly as well. So look at the weekly there. That is the weekly on that, looking very strong. Higher lows. We've got higher highs now too. Bring it on. And that's looking very cool on a longer term basis. Let's go to monthly as well. 1 month chart. That's looking super duper good. Look at that. So we had the support here at $94. I remember the $94. And we also got 1439 back here. And we got a high here, 4,900. And we're currently at 2,581. Now, a lot of people are talking about 20,040K for the bull market. There's a lot of comments around that number. So that's a huge number from here. You're talking about a 10x to 15x or something, potentiality for Ethereum there. So looking bullish. And so what could the derivatives do, like Optimism and Atrium? It's going to be fun to see. Kind of cool. That leads us quickly into the stock market. We're going to briefly get in the stock market quickly. We can see that the Dow Jones is up 0.5%, so bullish on stock market too. The Dow Jones up 170 points to 37,700. We also got up 0.6% or 27 points on the S&P 500, up at 4,783. Amazing results there for the S&P 500. Only fund strat manager Tom Lee out of the institution calls actually called that correctly. The Nasdaq there, it's 0.75%, 112 points to 14,969 on Nasdaq there. The US dollar down a little bit there, 0.2% to 102.09 on the index. Looking at commodities as well, we've got West Texas and Brent oil, man, $71.76 there, both down slightly. Gold there at 2,031, and silver at $23, and of course, welcome, Bitcoin is here, never fear. So that is kind of it for the markets. We're still a little while away from the Fed Reserve meeting, the first one for the year. That is 2 weeks and 6 days and 18 hours away. Put that in your calendar, the 31st of January at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Currently, we're expecting a no change in rates. In other words, keeping it at 5.5% on the federal funds rate. Even in March, it has started to pivot back to a no change. However, we've still got just under 70% of the market expecting a pivot, but I don't see that. I don't see it until May. And of course, we are waiting. I don't know if we've had the CPI and PPI data out yet, but that is something else we're looking for as well. At the moment, of course, we've got about over 95% of the market expecting a pivot in May. In other words, the rates will finally go down. And that, remember, the interest rates and the money supply are two things that the Fed can control. Obviously, the first one to move would be the interest rate pivot. And that looks like May is in the play for that. And then, of course, hopefully we'll get some monetary expansion in the lead up to the election. That's going to be something else we're going to look for as well. Now, obviously, typically when you have an interest rate pivot, a lot of the times we've seen the stock market pull back. The results, the impact when you're trading inflation for employment means that employment gets hit last. We've seen cracks in it already. That's the one hits last, and then potentially we won't get a soft landing, but some sort of recession is possible as well. That's typically pretty negative, but hopefully the market manages to bear that. And has only a small pullback on that so that we don't ruin our crypto bull market. That's kind of the play there at the moment. That's kind of middle of next year, the second half of next year, sort of second half of this year, sorry, 2024. We're already here. All right, so that is pretty much it on that. Let's get into, before we get into Pulsechain, let's catch up in the chat there. Man, you guys excited? I mean, the numbers are looking fantastic. The lineup is pretty strong. The bull market could be pretty amazing. You guys are all here early. It's got to be a good feeling, especially after this long bear market that we've had and a lot of the hassles around the SEC and things like that. So let's see who else has jumped in here. We've got up to Astrid, that's for sure. We got up to Eddie. We got Ivor in the house. I'm pretty sure I got to Ivor. Yep. Harry Williams, I think that's where we're up to. Yo. Good to see Harry. We definitely got Richard the Lionheart, so I have read that already. Brennan says all the naysayers will be crawling back. That's what Brennan says. All the naysayers will be crawling back. That's pretty funny. And I think we got a super sticker coming, did we? Fast Abdul with the super sticker there. IDR 100,000. And thank you so much for the support. I appreciate that, Fast Abdul. Let's talk bribes. He says, let's talk bribes. Was it 2 PHUX is a fork of Convex that will increase yields on PHUX exchange. Okay, cool. Thanks for giving us a head up about that, Fast Abdul. Get in the Discord. Give us a link around that, and I'll check it out even more. All right, I'm a big fan of PHUX. I think they've done a great job. Right, what else we got there? Trintron's in the house there. He says, g'day, folks. Good times indeed. Please no war, I want mad gains. Yeah, that could be a nice catchphrase. Maybe a cap and a t-shirt. Please no war, I want mad gains. I like that. Right, what else there? We got Crypto Class in the house. Good morning, all. Another influence in the space. Big shout out to Crypto Class, crushing it out there, and we all appreciate all the service you do to the community. Wookie as well. Wookie is more happy than what, Brennan? Got this, the super spy camera working again? Okay, Get Hex is in there too. Good morning, winners. Like that. Everyone's a winner here. Who else has jumped in here? We've got Joshua Hill. One big step for mankind, says Joshua Hill. Yeah, landing on the moon. Some people think the moon landing's fake, of course. Let me know in the channel, in the chat there, if you think the moon landing's fake. That's a bit of funny, a bit of fun one there. We got Nabil as well. Pulsechain winner today, says Nabil. That Pulsechain is the winner today. And all the people that stuck by Pulsechain as well. People that didn't fud themselves out, they are super winning there. Pretty cool. Please guide how I can buy Pulsechain. Very easy way, please. Yeah, you can use Portal X, probably one way of doing it. There's a lot of ways. We've got a whole ton in our Discord, so definitely get into our Discord with we've got about, I don't know, 20, 30 links in there, but Portal X probably be a nice, easy way. Let's jump in here as well. Hi all, Archie's here, never fear. Good to see Archie. And of course, join the Strategy Club today with Wookie's amazing link. Definitely do that. North Face says Pulsechain is only a negative 12% below sacrifice price. DCA for the win, 100%. And Brian says moon landing is definitely fake. That's from Brian. Nobel says easy way to buy Pulsechain Hex. Yeah, Portal X is probably the easiest way. I'm thinking Portal X. I'm thinking about that. That's probably the easiest way to buy a Pulsechain Hex. You have to actually. I'm just thinking about it. You actually need to. You need to swap Ethereum for Pulse and then use Pulse to buy Pulsechain Hex, probably through Pateus, which is a DEX aggregator. So you probably need both of those tools. Is probably the way to go. But get into our Discord. We've got tons of links on there. All right. Should we move on? We should. You can buy Pulse Hex on Ethereum. You can do that as well. That trading period is around. All right. Should we move on? Yeah, we should. And bam, there we go. Pulsechain, day 243. Woo! 243, and we got some magic happening. Pulse is at quadruple 0884. Quadruple 0884, up 19.5%. We'll take that. That is awesome. We had 88% of sacrifice price. Hey, look, it was only just a couple of days ago. We were down at 51%, and now we're at 88. That's incredibly insane. That's why I said a mega Pulsechain pump, folks. Or Pulsechain mega pump is really what I said. But that's pretty amazing results there. Now, PulseX as well is up 26.7%. I've said that PulseX is the choice at the moment because of the buy and burn, but really because of Portal X, for Power City Earn protocol coming, which is going to collateralize PulseX and issue our third stablecoin PXDC, which is mega bullish. It's both a supply side and a demand side pumpamental. And so we're looking forward to that launch. It's going to be a major launch on Pulsechain. At the moment, of course, look at that price, quadruple 0284. Long way still from the sacrifice price, 28.4x. So we've got a long way to go to sacrifice price. That is still the pick to be on there. PulseX looking really good. The buy and burn is going up, accelerating with these smashing volumes. The volumes have gone up from like 10 million up to like 40 million. I don't even know what they are today. We're going to check them out. But they've gone up dramatically. The buy and burn is accelerating. 645 billion. We're at 3.14% of the public supply of PulseX is bought up and burned. And then when you add on Power City Earn protocol, where are we going with that? We already see that Liquid Loans has added 6% off the market, including the values at 10%. That's 16% of Pulse off the market. What are we going to have with PulseX? Currently, we've got 3% off the market for good. It's not coming back. And of course, we've got Power City Earn protocol. So Pulsechain looking really good, and we've got big buyers in the market. So game on. Incentive token, man, look at this thing. 36.8% up like a boss, 95 cents almost. And the ratio has gone up to 10,714. So incentive token looking like a boss there. The supply is over 21 million, and the buy and burn is 117,000 through the TRH protocol from Jacob's ecosystem. Looking good. PHEX at the moment up 19.7%. I've seen it much higher. Just depends on when you're looking at it. But at the moment, PHEX is at 1.57 cents. I'm liking this a lot. And of course, I love Hex. So Hex is going to be the play. We got 84 hundredths of a penny for EHEX. The combined price of EHEX and PHEX, folks, is 2.6 0.41 cents. So we're getting it back up there. We're getting back up there. And we got to crash that or crush that 3 cent mark. That's what we got to do and start heading towards into that 3 to 5 cent range. We want to crush that 3 cent mark, get some support, and move up. That's what we want to do. And at the moment, we're heading there in very good fashion. So looking really good at the moment. 1 PX will get you 177 pulse, and 1 PX will get you 1.87 EHEX at the moment. That is the numbers for day 243. Let's have a look at the charts. Look at that beautiful thing. Let's go full chart mode because that's looking beautiful. I'll get rid of the overlays. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Woo-hoo-hoo. Here is the SEC price back on the 31st of July, where we got hit by the SEC. They are supposed to protect investor value. Apparently, they only like to destroy it because that's basically what happens here. So, in any case, we're almost there. And as someone said in the comments there, we are only around about 15% away from getting back to the top of the SEC price there. That's super bullish. And, man, we get over that, man, game on. Game on. We have to consolidate, of course. It's good to consolidate in the RSI. It's probably getting a bit in the oversold territory. It is. So just, be cautious there. But it is getting oversold territory. Probably need a bit of a cooling there. But it can stay accelerated for a little while. We look at the weekly, which is probably going to give you more confidence about the fact that it could stay up for a while, is that the weekly is only down here at 45, 46. So it could potentially do some hyper move and get over the SEC price. So I'd be looking out for that. Definitely think it's doable with those buyers keep coming in, pushing us higher. Now, obviously, we've got to have all the whales and stuff play the game, and hopefully they're sick of being down low, and it's in their advantage as well. But once again, it's a bit of a game theory going on there, and that's where we're at the moment, 8870. We are so close, folks, to 0001. That's where we want to get to, and that is the mark. So not too bad on Pulse. Let's jump over to Pulse. Actually, let's put the overlays on, and let's get rid of the RSI. And let's quickly look at what's coming ahead, folks. We've got a lot of these protocols coming. Look at these things. Woo-hoo-hoo! TRX V4, TYCC, DeFi Binance, PUSD Algo. These are all coming, of course. And man, oh man, it could be so much fun. This is all from Jacob's ecosystem, leading the DeFi innovation and revolutions. PulseBot has been absolutely amazing so far. And of course, we've got 9M Pro. That's coming with more stuff. We've got obviously a lot more stuff coming from Tetra. Coming as well, some major protocols in the tech space, Stratus and Atlas and some pools. It's going to be fun to see. We've got Barista, of course, Magic Cup, Ride, Power City with its 4 protocols. And we've got Win-Win expected to come in February as well, a staking prize pool hybrid, which I think actually a lot of people might really like. So we're going to see how that goes. But we've got many more other protocols not listed on here coming up ahead of us. So bullish, that's all I can say. Moving over to Pulsex at the moment. Let's go full screen on this, full screen mode. And we can see that this is looking pretty good also. We are not far away from the sacrifice price on Pulsex, which is absolutely dramatic here. This is at this is the SEC price, I should say, 10-11%, like someone said in the chat there. Pretty amazing. And of course, to get back to the mean sacrifice price is still a bit of work. But man, it could happen pretty fast over the next weeks. So let's see how we go. 250% still in the make there for getting back to the mean sacrifice price. So 2 milestones to reach. The first one, the SEC price is very close indeed. Good chance we could hit that in the next day. Let's see how we go on the RSI. The RSI is also in the overbought territory, 78. But like I say, let's have a look at the weekly. The weekly there is the RSI is down at 40. That's the play there at the moment. All right, so that is cool on Pulsex. And, of course, Pulsex has Power City Earn Protocol, and that could be super, super bullish. So we're going to look out for that. The Incentive Token, though, 95 cents, looking like a boss. And the ratio to Pulse is super duper good, too. It bounced off twice. It bounced off 6,500, and it's now at 10,700 Pulse per 1 Incentive Token. And, of course, that's in the Pulsex farms, right? So taken away there. Hex, PHEX, they're looking good, too. Broken out. And, of course, let's have a look at the charts here. A bit more work to do for PHEX, let's be fair. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. We've got a bit more work to do. But like I say, I'm very happy with what I'm seeing so far. We do have to get past, let's say, not these top of these moves here. Let's say we have to get past the solid parts of the candles, 1.6 to 1.7 cents. So we're almost there. We're almost there, folks. It's not too far away. It really is looking good. So even get up there, it's only another 4% to get there. We're so close to getting over this resistance. What we want to do is get over it and find support. And maybe we go even higher. Maybe we go all the way up to the pre-SEC price which is at 2 cents. 2 cents. So that's where we want to mark there. That's another 26% from here. Quite doable, right, in a day. So we'll see how we get on there. We're still in the week as well. So we've got that weekly kind of bullishness, unlike a Sunday, lazy Sunday, where things are often quite weak. So that is looking pretty good there. Let's see how we go. We also had our EMA cross there looking pretty good. And the RSI there, let's have a look at the RSI. It is in the overbought territory at 76. So we have got those indicators. Those are normally you want to listen to those indicators. But on the weekly, let's have a look at the weekly there. We are still down at the 53. So we've got plenty of room to move if someone wants to hyper pump that, continue us to break those resistances and get us into support lines, as I said. So that's kind of the play there. Let's go to the daily as well. The MACD is playing out like a boss as well. Look at that MACD. Woohoo! Looking really, really nice. Looking like this one back here, isn't it? Looking kind of cool. So, so far, so good on the MACD. Looking very good across the board for PHEX. EHEX as well. Looking even better, is it? 26.5%. This is at 8400th of a penny. And, of course, the goal is to get to 1 cent, right? So 1 cent is around about here. So still a little bit of work to do there. Let's see how much that is to get there. The 1 cent looking good, and there it is. So 18-19% to get back to 1 cent, and man, that'd be quite a power move. What we want to do is try and get some sort of consolidation, right? That's the trick here. That's the trick. And at the moment, we're in overbought territory again for all the Richard Hart assets. But like I say, on the weekly, we have got plenty of room to move. Plenty of room to move if someone's going to hyper pump it. But then it has to be defended, right? It has to be defended after that. And of course, we are pretty much close to getting back to the SEC price. Which was, I guess, well, we have a close on the day, no, open on the day, was 86. So we're at 84 now. So we've got a little bit of room to get SEC price, but not much, right? Not much at all. Let's have a look at what that is. Maybe 3.6%, so nothing burger. And so let's see how we get on. Everything looking pretty good. The combined price of EHEX and PHEX. This is the 4 hourly candles here on InvestX.io, 2.4 cents. Woohoo! And, man, I really want to get over that 3 cents and then find support there. That's really ideal to get in that 3 cent range and then get some support. That's what I really want to see here. Let's go to the daily. I think we can get the daily resolution here. Let's go. And let's see if it updates. No, it's not going to give me the daily resolution. Let's go back to the 4 hourly again. And, yeah, the last time we had 3 cents was back here in October. And of course, you can see how vertical that move was. But we need to defend this move this time, right? We had a bit of defense in here, but then it got sold off with other news. So we got a lot of work to do in that space. All right, so that is pretty much it for that. Let's go quickly to the validators and check that out. Validators at the moment, 51,075, looking good. And we got 1.63 trillion off the market. So that's even more pulse off the market today. Very, very exciting indeed. The gas prices, let's have a look at that. The gas prices. 250,000 beats, so a bit higher than normal. 0.8 of a penny for a Pulsechain swap, 500th of a penny for a Pulsechain transfer, and 1/10 of a penny for a PRC20 transfer. We're 5,800 times cheaper than Ethereum. It is $46 to do a swap on Ethereum at the moment. Doink! It's 8,700 times cheaper than Bitcoin. $4 there. That is pretty amazing. And there, anyway, we're at 240 day 243. We're about to start day 244. And, of course, exciting times, right? Exciting times. So that's pretty much it for that. We're going to get into the top PRC20s. Before we do, let's catch up in the chat one more time. And I see who else has jumped in here. Get in the chat. Make it lively, folks. That's all I can say. It's a day to celebrate. So definitely if you've got any insights, let us know in the chat there as well. Have you seen any insights, any cool comments from people? Pulsechain 150% plus a DCA, says North Face. Hello, Hex Token, everybody from Sandy Beach. Another influencer out there crushing it for the community. Incentive is amazing, says Sandy Beach. Hex, EHEX, PLSX, incentive for the win, 100% lies beneath. And, man, we're enjoying this mega Pulsechain pump. It is so, so good. We got Mayo as well. Morning all, LFG. Yeah. Hey, look, that was so bullish, Richard Hart coming out with that, really super strong dream team for against the SEC. So markets really like that strong fight back. So, yeah, it's really cool. And, of course, the whales are at play. It is fun times. Pulsechain is ready to start moving on the bull market. And it's exciting to see. We're all moving up all. Hold the bag, says North Face. Rockets up and to the right, says Charity. Absolutely. Sandy Beach has just checked liquid loans. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to be checking all the market prices. So hold on. We're getting into the non-Richard Hart ones in a second. Nabil says, love and respect for you. Hey, right back at you, Nabil. Big shout out. number go up, says Fast Abdul. Astro's got the rockets as well. They've got some hearts for Sandy from Crypto Class. Charity says no such thing as overbought. Well, on a longer time frame, yeah, sure. I agree with that. Yeah, especially with something good, especially in a bull market cycle, that's for sure. Pulsechain is on fire, says North Face. Best ecosystem in the game, says Astro. And now we dance. We do indeed. We got some dancing in there from Fast Abdul. Yeah, I have a particular bent for dancing for some reason. I love telling all my buddies, I told you so, after they said Pulse was over, said StakeX. I like that. Very, very cool indeed. Yeah, and look, some of the big influencers like Wendio, Ivan on Tech, Ran is picking it up. They can't ignore the mad gains. Percentage gains are what people talk about. X gains, right? You can say, hey, they've got the biggest valuable chain, but have you got the biggest X's? And that's what really people talk about when the bull market is said and done, right? Who did the biggest X's and how did you get the mass gains? Because that's the most efficient allocation of capital, right? All right, let's get into it. We're going to get into the top PRC 20s on Pulsechain. We do it by liquidity, right? So we got Wrap Bitcoin up at $60 at the moment, up 10%. Watch out for Wrap Bitcoin. That could be a silent big mover. We've seen that move before in the past, so just keep a watch out for that. Tropa is up 22%. PDI is up 22%, and PDI at 8,400. So there we'll be watching PDI and the Tropa relationship going forward. Teddy Bear as well is up 20%. Pepe and SHIB, the two big meme coins. Pepe is up 28%, but SHIB is down today at 13%. Interesting enough. Might be a little bit of opportunity in the SHIB one there. What else we got going? Chainlink is up 19%. Remember, these are all the PRC 20 copies. There's only a couple of new coins here, Teddy Bear and Treasury Bill. The rest of them are all copies in the Pulsechain fork, which occurred on the 10th of May last year. What else we got there? Pulse Bitcoin up 24%. They'll be happy about that community. LUSD, the stablecoin copy from Ethereum, is up 27%. What else there? Lido is up 29% as well. So those are some of the bigger peers looking pretty good. Let's go to the top, our third category, the meme coins, and see what's performing pretty well there. Hex Orange Address up 34%. Access Alive is up. Wow, Access Alive. This is the influencer, of course, in the Pulsechain community that specializes in TA commentary and some of the macro picture. This is up $15,800. Wow, up 33%. Wow, that's performing very well, especially if you caught this bottom. Wow, look at that. 2,128. That's amazing. And of course, you'd be up if you'd managed to take that opportunity. You'd be up 643% in 34 days. That's pretty badass, right? That's pretty awesome chart. So well done to Access Alive community. What else we got? Paul Pleb is up 21%. Dodge is up 20%. I think that's the Jeff Kadakis one from TrustSwap. Note token from Randy Alasky is up 11% as well. PLD there is up 17%. Reflux is up 24%. Where the ETH goes up 17%. More token from Trayvon, another influencer, is up 27% there. Making Ethereum great again is up 23%. Some really solid moves. A lot of these meme coins as well. Looking pretty good. All right, so that is that. Let's go to our final main category. You guys know what it is. Pulsechain projects. This is the stuff that really adds value to Pulsechain. And let's see what these are doing at the moment. Should I sort by liquidity? Let's do it. Helgo at the moment up 25%. 9-inch. Let's have a look at 9-inch. 9-inch Pulse up 17%. Yay! It lost to zero. How about that? I actually thought Hexy Bastard did a good speech around the Ethereum version of 9-inch. He obviously encouraging people to provide liquidity over there as an alternative to Uniswap, because obviously Uniswap has backstabbed the community and does fake DeFi, and that really is fake DeFi, right? If you can block stuff, that's not true DeFi. Apparently, they're looking at KYC as well, and that's definitely not DeFi. And of course, that's all part of the system, right? They want to take it over, and that's what they're trying to do there. So at the moment, that's a pretty nice little move there for 9-inch. So hopefully that's going to increase the yields for people that have had to pay the time with this down chart, and hopefully that improves for you as well. Looking at what else we got going there, the loan token. Look at this, woohoo! No wonder Sandy Beach was excited. This thing is like a boss. Look at that thing. That got pumped. Pretty awesome. It was down at 5 zeros, was it? 50 6,700 is now at 40 1620. Got to a high of 40 1887, which is a good year for wine, by the way. I've got a few bottles in my. No, I'm just kidding. But that is where we are there at the moment, and it's getting back up there. So liquid loans obviously is the what? Let me have. It's the second biggest TVL project on Pulsechain after Pulsechain. So it's doing incredible. In fact, let's pull it up while we're here. The TVL on it has been amazing, and of course, it plays a mega role in the Pulsechain ecosystem, and it's going to continue to add some pretty major value there. We got 25.7 million in USDL stablecoins. Amazing, the number one stablecoin on Pulsechain, and of course, it bypassed the PDI a couple of weeks ago. It has also got around about 6% of all Pulse off the market, 938 billion Pulse. So it's not too far away from 1 trillion Pulse. Remember, there's about 16 trillion altogether in the public hands. So that's a big amount, right? It's a big, big deal. What else we got going? The yields on there are still pretty attractive. Stability pool, 130%, and the staking pool, 43%. So it's looking very good there at the moment. So, yeah, liquid loans not going anywhere. And I have a feeling they're going to be bringing some major on-ramp, off-ramp type of facility, possibly even a credit card. That's my speculation there based on our conversation we had with CEO Crypto Crazy. So something in that ballpark. He talked about exit, right? Exit magic. And that's what we need. That's where Richard talked about as well. You remember that video I played at the beginning? Richard talked about that's where we need some, more money maker on-ramps and stuff like that. We've got to open the system up to liquidity to move and flow. We need it from the fiat world. We need it from the crypto world, right? So the more the merrier. That's a big area for a lot of the devs to continue to develop so that we've got, myriads of ways of on-ramping the Pulsechain. So kind of cool. That is pretty much where we are at the moment. What else we got going there? PDRIP is up 16%. PBC token is up 11% there. It's currently at just under 4 cents. So a lot of work to do there on the incentive token, but still moving forward. Patias is up 18%. One of my favorite ones there. That's the DEX grade on Pulsechain, looking really, really good. Let's see what else is going here. We've got Up Token, which is a liquid loans front end kind of protocol. That is not front end exactly, but it's a part of the ecosystem. That is 46%. Amazing price there, 76 cents. What else is going on there? Pulse Kitten up 22%. GOAT, which is the new Pulsechain validator with NFT. So if you haven't got 32 million Pulse, you can get DGM protocol and you can start validating. That's David Feder. So if you want to find information, check out David Feder. He did a video the other day. I did post that on the X social platform. GOAT token is trading. It's up 24%. They're doing very well indeed. Hocus Pocus Finance is up 18%. Daytona Finance up 32%. A lot of the DEX is moving up pretty strongly there. Another on-ramp onto Pulsechain is Pulse LN. That's doing pretty well. If you want to on-ramp to Pulsechain, that's definitely another one to consider. It's very fast, like the fastest out of everybody. Pulse LN. It's also got a Bitcoin Lightning Network on there too. So definitely a Pulse LN up 33%, looking good too. B9, the security one there from Papa B, up 17%. And what else is doing pretty well? Heaps of stuff, isn't it? It's looking really good. Famous is up 12%. So one of our biggest protocols as well. Famous, the fork of GMX there on Ethereum, are doing incredible results as well. Famous, actually crushing at the fees, incredible on there. What else? That's pretty much it. Am I going through that? I think so. There's lots of others on the list, but those are some of the big ones there, doing very well indeed. So good times, folks. Good times. It's going to lead us into Hex, of course. But before we do that, let's get back in the chat. So hello to a few more people. Man, it is fun times, man. Pulsechain, and it's only going to get better, folks. It's the beginning. You heard Richard himself, man. He says, I just have a feeling it's the beginning, something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I think it was something like that. Maybe I learned that off by heart so I can say it verbatim, but I'm pretty sure it was something around that ballpark. Astro says, big PP energy. You talking about Paul Pleb? Paul Pleb, hashtag family channel. What else do we got there? Great stream, says North Face. Hey, thanks so much. And Wookie is so excited. He is going to use his favorite brush when grooming today. He's got a lot of hair, that guy. So, Wookie, that's good on you. I think I might have seen you in a couple of fake Sasquatch videos. That's definitely happening. I was watching a whole ton of them on Shorts. And, man, they all were fake. They all look fake to me. I don't know, but it's fun to watch. Boo, Uniswap says Astro. Absolutely. We got some alternatives, though, 9 inches. Trying to offer that alternative. They need more liquidity, though. They need $10 million to get noticed by the DEX aggregators on Ethereum. And that would suddenly elevate their volumes that go through, right? Because the DEX aggregators start passing through them. They have cheaper fees built into their code. So that's the advantage there for DEX aggregators. They just need more liquidity to make that possible. So definitely that's an option there for people on the Ethereum chain to provide liquidity for Pulsechain assets. Great community equals great ecosystem, says North Face. Absolutely. Sandy Beach says liquid loans redemption rewards were awesome too. Yeah, they've been absolutely amazing, haven't they? There was 150 million loan tokens for the LP. Have we come up to that? It was that 60 days. Anyway, I guess we're not quite there yet. So there's probably still a rewards there for the loan token LP providing on the old Pulsechain. Let's get into it, folks. Hex.com, buy Hex, and of course, you know what to do, get some T-shares. So you burn your Hex for T-shares and start your T-share miners. T-shares stands for trillions of shares, of course, and it's basically like having shares in the reward pool. That's pretty much it. And of course, we got day 1500. Can you believe it? Day 1500. I feel proud. Here we are, day 1500. There I was at day 1, and now I'm at day 1500. This is insane. That's insane. And of course, if many of you that were there at the beginning and you remember the AA lobby, it was very exciting day 1. Richard said, "Don't FOMO." And what did people do? FOMO. They FOMO'd in. They went nuts. It was pretty hard not to. There's just this built up excitement over a year and a half or something. It was insano. And here we are at day 1500. This seems amazing. Year 5 too. Pretty crazy stuff here. So anyway, the 10th of January 2024, we've got the price there at 8400th of a penny, up 31.8%. Look at that, 4 days in a row. That's what we want to see. Yeah, baby, yeah. That's all we can say. And of course, payout per T-share, 7.112 Hex per T-share. That's the main number. That's what you're after. How much do you get paid every day? That is the number there, and it's looking pretty solid. It's going up over the time as well, so having those T-shares is very, very important. Increase in T-share rate, 0.3 Hex per T-share, so we're at 31,500. The average mine length, 7.09 years, so a lot of people are out there for a long time. 41% APY for all the existing T-shares in the T-share pool. What do we got there? The T-shares are down a massive 27,400 in the ownership pool. That's pretty significant. Will we get a jump back tomorrow? We're at 9,606,000 T-shares today. Let's have a look at the lock percentage of coins on the Ethereum chain. 9.3% of all Hex is locked on Ethereum at the moment. 6.6 million in penalties. Wow. Look at these penalties the last 10 days. 19.5 million there, 10 million there. Pretty amazing. What do we have 20 days ago? 2.9 and 5.7. So it's actually been pretty quiet on Pulsechain. Sorry, on Ethereum, I should say, until now. So obviously 50% of the penalties go to T-share miners. The other 50% goes to the OA accounts. And look at that, 68 million in the pool. Looking pretty good. Growth numbers. What are we doing for growth numbers? Up 158 liquid holders. We're down 17 miners, 119,216. Get out there, folks, and spread the word about Hex.com. Obviously, the highest in stakes. And, of course, it's a bull market has begun. It's a good time to let people know. That's all we can say. Day, what did I say day it was on Pulsechain? I've forgotten already. Let me just double check. 243 is what we're doing, 243. So day 243 on Pulsechain, 10th of January. And the price there is at just under 1.6 cents. That's beautiful, man. 22.9%. 4 days with double-digit gains. That's what we like to see, and beautiful. The payout per T-share, 7.154 Hex on the Pulsechain, and the share rate there at 1.9 to 31,497. Average mine length, 6.85 years, so it's a little shorter than our 7 years that we had, 7.09 on the Ethereum chain, but still pretty long. APY rate there, 39.34%. And let's have a look at the lock percentage of coins. Actually, would I do the shares? I don't know if I did the shares. Where do we go? Yeah, T-shares are down 28,000. We got 9,600,000 T-shares. Is it the same as Ethereum now? I think it is. I think that was the same as Ethereum. Was it? I think it was. Let's check. Oh my gosh, it is too. 9.6 million in the Ethereum side, and 9.6. We've actually got less T-shares in the Pulsechain side. Wow, that's really pivoted. We used to have like 40, 60,000 gap on more on the Pulsechain side. That's really changed. So, wow, look at that. Pretty amazing. And I think a lot of it happened recently. Look at those T-shares coming out. Pretty crazy. Looking at the lock percentage of coins, 9.76% all Hex is locked on the old Pulsechain. And we've got 7.3 million in penalties. Another good day in the office for T-share miners, 68.7 million. So if you've got T-shares on Ethereum and Pulsechain, man, you're getting paid pretty handsomely, and the price is going up. It's a beautiful place to be. It's a beautiful place. There we go. And all those people that got flooded out of the T-shares, yeah, some of them may have made some mad gains at different times, depending on when they did it. Others may have made big losses on it. It depends on what they were doing and also that. But, man, those T-shares just keep paying, don't they? They just keep paying when the price recovers. Man, just looks so, so good. The growth numbers up 118 liquid holders, down 2 miners. We're 124,500 miners on the Pulsechain side, about 5,000 more than there is on Ethereum. So that is the numbers. We started day 1,501. And day 244 on Pulsechain. Check it out, folks. At the moment, a spot T-share price is $266 on Ethereum and $501 on the Pulsechain side. Obviously, longer pays better. You get up to 200% more shares for 10 years, 20% per year. So longer pays better there. I prefer a staking ladder. I'm not someone that will go out and tell you to go all maxi just because the maths is optimal. The maths is optimal at 15.2 years, which is the 5555. But you have to be practical. You have to fit your own lifestyle. If you're like 15, maybe that's perfectly fine. But you have to fit your lifestyle. And if you like passive income, I do prefer a staking ladder. So that's my message I always give on here. You also want to keep a little bit liquid for the bull market cycle, right? So you don't want to have 100% staked. Maybe you want 10% liquid. It's up to you what you actually do. But you want to have some of those stuff. You get mad price gains, then you want the price gains too, right? And then you can buy more T-shares if you want later on. So that's kind of the play there. Some food for thought. Right, so hex.com, check it out. That is the mark. And of course, if you want to get in and ask questions, we've got so much stuff happening in Discord in 2024. It is the year of the bull. And if you want to join our Discord, we have got pretty much, we led the move onto Discord, as far as I know, as a dedicated Pulsechain and Hex community. So definitely get on that. Discord membership is $5 a month. It is a private Discord. It keeps out the, the scammers and this and that. And of course, that's about 16 cents a day, which is nothing burger. And you get all the great information, all the great community, and we get to talk about strategy, projects, and everything else you could probably imagine, as well as all the on-chain, cross-chain, and on-ramps. We've got all the information there. Get in there. We've also opened up recently a strategy room, which haven't officially launched yet, but we're going to have our first strategy session club this Saturday for the beginning of the year. It's going to be our outlook for 2024. And of course, you don't want to miss that. That is $35 a month. That is multi-chain, by the way. So that's a private group. It's hidden from the Pulsechain Hex community there. It is a private club. So this is for people that want to go that next level and want to pump their bags. Maybe they don't have that much time. They want to get some cool insights. That's a place to be. And we have just been sort of unofficially growing that strategy room, multi-chain projects. So that's something that you will only see if you join it. So otherwise, it will be invisible to Discord members. So that is it. The link's in the video description and in the chat. Definitely check it out. We've got some super brilliant people in our Discord with some, top insights. It's a place to be. That's all I can say about that. All right, let's move on to the chat there and wrap up things. 52 minutes. Man, crushed this today. The prices are just going up and up and up and away, and I'm going to look forward to tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll have hit those SEC prices tomorrow. That'd be quite something. And then consolidate. I'd like to see some consolidation at that stage. And some defending the line. We'll see what happens though. What else there? And flawless operation on Hex, absolutely. Get your T shares before they become B shares, says Brennan. I like that one. Yeah. People talking about when the T share used to cost in the last bull market got up to $9,200 for a T share. So definitely with the price of Hex still down relatively low off the all-time high, it's definitely a good time to accumulate. If you're feeling good about that, definitely do your own due diligence, or not financial advice, all that good stuff, but definitely something to think about. People were starting to use the word B share back then. I did think it was a bit premature, but definitely in the future, people will be talking about B shares. I see no doubt in that. That's billions of shares rather than trillions of shares, right? Because it's going to get harder and harder to get your share rates going up and all that good stuff. There is the link to the Discord from Lies Beneath. Thanks so much for sharing. And there's Wookie's link as well to the Strategy Club. Big shout out to Wookie. They're doing a great job there, spreading the good word. All right, man, oh man, what a time to be alive here on Pulsechain. It really is. The people that held the course. Do you remember last year I was talking about just believers? Well, I said you just have to just to believe. Some people used to leave comments saying, believe? I'm not just believing. I want some tangible evidence. Well, we must use the belief. We're talking about reasoned belief. That is with reasons behind it. Not just talking about blind faith. So it was Justin Believer. Did you Justin believe? And of course, so far that has started to work out, right? So good congratulations to everybody that managed to hold up in the psychological battle that a bear market provides, and the SEC, of course, up against the SEC, which is pretty crazy. What else we got going here? Let's just have a look here. We will have some news about PUSD Algo coming up. They're going to be extending that sacrifice for another 45 days. They are so bullish about that protocol being the fourth stablecoin. It's going to be an algorithmic stablecoin. In other words, it can be massive. And they are so confident about it. It's been making so many fees just on the prototype. Man, oh man, I am really excited about that. And so we'll try and give you more updates about PUSD Algo coming up there. It is like the Terra Luna, but done right. That's kind of a new approach to that. Full DeFi and a very, very clever system. So I'm looking forward to that. No humans in the road to mess it up, for example. Like we saw with Terra Luna. Scalability could be massive as well. So very excited to see that. All right, I'm going to leave you on this note, folks, and I'll leave you with BlackRock, how bullish this is with the BlackRock CEO pivoting and marketing for us. These guys are marketing for us now. We got 11 Bitcoin ETFs marketing for us. We're going to have 13 eventually. We're going to have all these guys, all these biggest financial houses marketing, bringing on money like you wouldn't believe into crypto over the next couple of years. It's going to be insane, guys. It really is insane. You guys here at the right time, right place. And then we have Richard Hart coming back in full force, and the market is looking so good. OMG, OMG, OMG. That's all I can say. But before we do that, I wanted to play a little video here. I've got a little video. This is a little teaser about the future, possibly. Let's check this one out.
Chains, and you'll have Hex on 2 chains. And I wouldn't like to see cheap Hex anywhere. I prefer Hex be expensive as hell everywhere that you can see it. And I prefer to see Hex expensive on all chains. I don't prefer to see cheap Hex anywhere. And I wouldn't want to see cheap Hex on any chain. And personally, I prefer to see Hex more expensive everywhere. Personally, I prefer to see Hex expensive everywhere. The candles. I'll light these candles at $1 on Hex. That's the next time I'm lighting. Yeah.
All right, peace out, everybody. Subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. See you in Discord, and I'll catch you again tomorrow for another awesome day on Pulsechain. It's going to be fun. See you later, and take care, everybody. And bye for now.
Clients around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.